When football practice was drawing to a close, I had a lot of missed calls. I think I had a total of 27 missed calls. Coach opened up his truck door, and Noah basically was falling out of the truck like Jell-O.
We more or less just sat there for 3 days, and they were waiting for the light bulb to come on. That's when we really realized that we were dealing with something bigger than any of us thought. When he finally got his legs up under him and was able to walk around on his own, they were pretty much done with us. And
well, they left it up to
they
us.
pretty much just sent us home and said, good luck, he'll be better in time.
I had headaches, nausea, irritability, memory problems, a lot more than I can count and say right now. I would wake up, I'd be in pain, I'd go to sleep, I'd be in pain.
And there were just some days where, you know, he just couldn't stand it. He couldn't take it.
But at one point, I went to my closet, I sat down in there, turned the light off, I closed myself in there. I felt alone, and I wanted to get away. I wanted to end. And many thoughts ran through my head that normal people wouldn't ever even think about. Normal people don't think about their lives and think that it should end right there.
My second diagnosed concussion was at the end of 8th grade in April of 2013. It was during a soccer game. I got hit with a shot on goal, sort of to the back of the head, and felt really dizzy, kind of nauseous, couldn't really see very well, but I didn't stop playing.
And she was just exhausted all the time, and it was just so not like her. And she just didn't have that fire that she normally has.
In the summer, right before what would have been my junior year, and I just fell on the stairs. Tried to go back to school, and I ended up missing my entire junior year of school and had to defer it, and took that year as a medical leave. I would say my worst symptom is still headaches. I think short term, I just always feel not like myself at all, like it's kind of hard to describe.
Also to watch her friends kind of out of sight, out of mind, and just little by little, pretty much all of them faded away, even when it was Esther reaching out.
So here's a guy, Chris Nowinski, running this, famous foundation, the Concussion Legacy Foundation, drives into Cambridge, Mass. To have breakfast with a 15-year-old kid who he had heard about through a friend of his. And I mean, just the fact that he would take the time to do that.
He asked if I wanted to intern at CLF, and I was like, well, let me check my calendar. Yeah, I have nothing to do for the next 9 months while I'm out of school. So having that internship was definitely sort of a lifeline while I was out of school with the concussion, and just being around people all the time who knew what was going on and cared about it a lot was sort of exactly, I think, what I needed that year. And it was Chris who told me I had to go see Dr. Cantu. He was enormously helpful. I think he's sort of like, he's the go-to, like he knows everything.
I remember wanting so badly to help him, but not knowing how to help him.
And by this time, we had ran out of doctors. We had kind of hit a dead end.
Right.
But he's not better.
So I wrote the letter. Dear Mr. Chris Nowinski, I have no idea if this letter will actually get to you. If it does get to you, I have no idea if you would be willing to help our family, or more specifically, my son. This is painfully hard. You are my last-ditch effort.
I guess the moment that we realized that seeing Dr. Cantu at the concussion center there was different was when he sat down and started asking us to tell us his story. And he looked at Noah straight in the face and kind of leaned in close, and he said, Noah, you're going to get better. And that meant
all the pain we went through, and somebody saying, I know what you're doing wrong, I know how you're feeling, and we're gonna help you out, that was one of the moments I remember being like, wow, it's been a road, but we're here.
I almost get the sense that not only is he trying to fix Noah and help us as parents, but it's almost like he's trying to fix this big wrong that exists in this country today.
I mean, I think doing Concussion obviously was never something that I sought to get involved with or necessarily wanted to get involved with, but I don't know, I guess when something bad happens, your natural reaction is you want to stop it from happening again, and you don't want it to happen to other people. And so I felt like if I could use what had happened to me and my experiences to prevent other kids from going through the same thing, that trumped any doubts that I had about wanting to share my story.
I mean, this is an issue that means so much to the Concussion Legacy Foundation on multiple levels, but the most important is it's right there at the human level. It's kid per kid, and it's very much every person is important. So it's not just about all the wonderful big picture stuff that CLF does, but it's every kid is important, every athlete is important.
Advice that I would give to Noah, I think it can be hard to think about what post-concussion syndrome is going to be like for you in a year or in 2 years. Just hang in there, make a difference for other people if you can, and things are going to get better. I know, they already are, and I think it's upwards from here.
Well, Esther, I think that it's great how you're pushing on, and that you also want to let the word out about concussions. And both of us still have to keep pushing on, and everything's going to be all right. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this road goes.